So this is Dad's little tractor. It's a little 40 horsepower Izeki. Lovely little machine, he likes it. That's his standard slasher, which is a very common piece of mowing equipment used in Western Australia. It's a reasonable quality one from a Grizzly in Bunbury. Some of you might have heard of him. Anyway, this is the Johnny. This is obviously jumping up a league, a lot more horsepower. And again, moving over to the back of the machine, where we can have a look at the flail mower. So we went out and did some work with the Peruzo. We sell these, so if you're interested in buying one, you can give us a call, tell you a lot more about it. This is the get/motto. We only sell stuff we use, which gives us the experience in advising customers on what they need to buy. So anyway, we'll pop on over to the paddock and start showing you the differences between the two types of machines. Of course, for those of you that don't know, the Flail has hundreds of hammers under there, very sharp edges on them, and is ideal for applications in most WA paddocks. Now the season in WA has been not so good with rain. We've just had a massive storm up here in Geraldton, and I think about 30 odd mil overnight. So not quite Texas, but pretty close. So Dad asked me how close to the ground the flail mower would go. So this is a little bit of a road between paddocks, and you can have a look here that you can see the flail mower has completely cut it to the ground. Now normally the grass in the paddock would be a bit higher, but Dad did this a little bit earlier, and there you can see slightly later growth. It's probably around about 2.5 foot, some spots maybe 3 foot, and in paddocks here in a normal season we can see it as high as 5-6 foot with lupins and everything. But again, if you come back and have a look at this, the flail has cut it right to the ground. I could go even lower than this, but this is just an example of how close to the ground it'll grow. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. Okay, so we're in the paddock that we were playing in yesterday, and anyway, here you'll see the remnants of some bushes I hit with the flail. Now that was with one pass, and it was wet yesterday, but to give you an idea of just how good this flail mower can be, there you can go, you can see it's torn up that bush. So that was just one pass. If we move over here a little bit, this was the second pass, and as you can see it's just mulched up everything. To give you an idea of how big this plot was here of scrub, if we look on over yonder, you'll see in the distance there a pile of the same or similar bush. It's nearing probably 4 foot, 3.5, 4 foot tall. It's quite dense, and we were able to basically reduce all of that down to this. And as I said, I'll do a second pass today and it'll clean it up like there was nothing there. Now you can see the difference. That's the flail mower in use, and the most significant difference of course is the clip. You can see it's basically mulched it all down to nothing. It doesn't give quite as smooth as the slasher because the flail is fixed, so I can get it to float. I just have to readjust it, and then it'll give a slightly smoother cut than this. But if you look at the clip, getting down on my hands and knees, it's cut at about 30 mil, 25, maybe even less, 30 mil. There's a little bit of a stand over there where the tyres are. And then there's the slasher. So this is Dad's work with the slasher. And again, slasher's doing a lovely cut. But you can see all the clip that's left. And this is my argument for using the flail, is that burns.